Alright. What is up? I think it's day 9 on the positive post challenge. Just here standing in a nice little yoga shala, and I thought of you, and I asked myself this morning, and I asked Molly, like, where can I add value to you? Where can there be some value? Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm so happy and grateful that you're here right now. I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of your day, to add just a little bit of to your day, but that little positive, hey, what's up? Just checking in how you're doing. Let me know how you're doing, what's going on, where are you at? Feel free to leave a comment. So I've heard of this thing called the slump mode. Apparently Molly's been doing some research on social media, and it's this mode where it's like, I don't have a reason to get up in the morning, really. I don't have a reason to get into my clothes, like my work clothes or any other kind of clothes. And basically my weekend has extended all the way through the week. Welcome to my world. I've basically been living that for the last 5 years. It's just like a consistent, I call it, my days have been like a Saturday. So Saturday for me, when I was back in the work mode, was like, I got up, I didn't have to work, but I still had to do stuff, but then I also got to have fun. And that's how I feel like I've lived every single day. It's like, it's been almost like a Saturday. So this slump mode makes you not really want to get up, and it makes you not really have a purpose, not have a reason to fully get up. But we gotta talk about this. Like, it's the word consistency. So my mentor had taught me, if you do the right things long enough consistently, eventually something will happen. So basically how he puts it is, if you do the right things long enough consistently, eventually you're gonna win, like one way or another. But we could also look at consistency on a way of, like, if you're doing let's say a certain habit or a certain action, if you're eating something and consistently, let's say that's not healthy, then that's going to create a habit. And if you're consistently kind of not really waking up with a purpose, and consistently not really waking up with something to do, eventually that's going to enter in your state, and then your state potentially will go into like a lethargic or a slow or a, almost, I think what that state is probably going to create is, like, I call it like an Eeyore state, where it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do today, which is totally understandable, and I totally empathize with you. I've been in that state. At 24, I spent about 10 months of my life in that state. I've never experienced that state before, but for me, what I realized was that state stemmed from purpose. I didn't have a reason to get up in the morning. I didn't have something I was working towards, which catapulted me to really being depressed and actually contemplating suicide. But through that darkness, I like what Jim Carrey says about depression, is he calls it deep rest for your character. So it's deep rest. And essentially we need a character change. So from there, what that probed me to do is to, like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? So I'm wondering if you're in this state. Maybe you're not, and maybe we can spin the consistency on, hey, you're working out every single day, or, like, for example, me with these posts, it's like each day I'm just going to get better and better at them. And I just stay consistent at it. Eventually, like with my YouTube channel, I'm going to cure results. But on the flip side to that, like, if you're consistently doing this action of waking up lethargically, like, what's going to happen? Like, eventually this is going to change. Eventually the lockdown's going to go. But then what has happened is you've created these habits over, a certain period of time. And, what's that going to cause for you once you get out of all this? So I really want to constantly kind of be mindful of these places, and mindful of, these kind of universal laws that can work for us or work against us. So just being consistent at an action that's going to get you towards your further goal. And if you are in this mode of like, I don't really know what to do, like I've watched all of Netflix, this might be a good time to sit with yourself and ask, what is it I truly want to do? I love this, what Alan Watts says. What would you do if money wasn't a thing? Like if money was irrelevant, if you could just pull that out of the equation, and he says, and then you go do that. And that's real lovely. And I remember when I heard that, I'd be like, Alan, that's not like, what do you mean? Like, how can I just do what I love? So you're saying I just like be an exercise, fitness, health, yoga person? And, you know, obviously he didn't answer, but in my mind, he's like, yeah, essentially that's what you're going to do. But, you know, at the beginning, it may not actually look like that. And it really did not and has not. And I'm only still just after 5 years, I'm coming up 5 years sober, almost. I'll do a video for you for that one, but almost just getting it. It's like, it's just turning after 5 years of effort and consistent effort. So when you're discovering your dream and you're discovering what it is you want and who it is you want and what's your purpose, this may take time, but not looking at it and looking back at Netflix and avoiding this place of yourself is not going to get you there either. So I would just like to probe that in you and coax that out of you. Like, yeah, look into that, look into your purpose. And if you want help or something, some ideas on how to do that, leave a comment below and I'd love to help you out. And as always, I share my peace and I share my love.